Alrighty, it's May 10th. I'm going to start planting some seeds in the garden. It's a little too early for plants, but I'm going to put in some seeds. It's time for the second batch of beets and carrots, and the first to go around the green beans. So let's get it done. Alright, I got the earthway seeder. That's what I usually use. It's either that or use it by hand. That noise in the background is the pump running. My wife's over there watering the plants in the nursery, so we're inside the nursery. So, first thing we're going to do is put in the green beans, and the kind we're going to do this year is called Provider. They're a bush bean, which we usually do bush beans. We never do the runner beans. They're 50 days, so that means 50 days after they germinate, they should be ready to harvest in the proper conditions: heat, water, so on and so forth. These were tested in September last year, and they were 86% germination. So we buy most of our seeds from Johnny's. So how we go about doing this is with these seeders, at least the earthway. I don't know how the rest of them are. They have plates. This here's for beans. You don't have to use the bean plate for beans. You could use whatever plate the bean seed will fit through. So there's the bean seeds. So you just need to make sure it's going to fit. This here, for these, you almost, actually you probably could get two of them. Get two beans in, which is fine. So what I'm going to do, since these is only 86% germination, I'm going to put 2 rows in a 30-inch bed, but I'm going to double plant both rows. So I'll set this up and show you what we're doing. Alright, to set this up, you just take the plate that I just showed you, and you put it down inside here, and it turns inside that white wheel. It just locks into place. Then you just pour some beans in. I might have filled a little too full because those beans are running out already. So you do that, and then you need to set the depth up. And to set the depth, it's got this little blade here on it. It's got a line in there. For beans, you want to go about a ½ inch deep, but on this gauge, I'll set it deeper than that. I'll set it about 3/4, just to make sure I have good depth, and then just tighten that up. And you can see there, I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not, but it shows you right there what the depth is. It's right at 3/4 of an inch. So you just walk it through the garden. Like I said, I'm gonna make 2 rows. 2 rows of double plant. Alright, for those of you that watch the channel regularly, you know I don't till. And last fall when I got to put the compost down, I threw the tarp over it, which is that blue tarp behind me. I pulled that up last evening. Never tilled nothing. I just took a rake and put the rake upside down, the metal rake upside down, the garden leaf rake upside down, and just leveled it out, smoothed it off. I pulled a small handful of weeds, but for the most part there was no weeds in it. So yeah, it's prepped and ready to go. So last weekend, from Thursday night to Sunday morning, we had a rainstorm come through. I actually had 5.5 inches of rain here. If I tilled and didn't tarp it this fall, I wouldn't be able to get in here and plant tonight. Right now the garden beds are dry and ready to work, so I'm going to plant them in. So just a little bit of advice on tilling or not tilling. Alright, you saw me put the beans in. Now I'm going to put in beets. So I got the plate that says beets on it. Beets, Swiss chard, okra, so on and so forth. You didn't get a real good look at how I put it in the last time, so I'm going to try to get you a better view of how this plate goes in. It just, sorry, you still can't see, my hand's in your road. So it just gets down in, them 3 notches in there, goes over top, then it just turns. And normally I'll hold the tire or whatever, but one-handed is kind of difficult, so I want to just put weight on it, with my arm, and just, so now I know it's locked in. And I already reset the depth of that to about 3/8 of an inch, because you want these about 1/4 inch deep, the beets. And for the beets, these are, I don't even know how you borrow. I guess they're a hybrid. They're 50-day harvest too, same as the beans. But that's after they germinate, not after they get put in. So I'll put those in. I'll put 3 rows of these. 3 rows of these in half a bed instead of a whole bed. So it'll be actually be 150 foot row feet of beets. 75 feet row feet of beets, not 150. 50 foot row cut in half, so it's only 25 foot. 3 times 25 is only 75, not 150. I don't know where I was thinking. Obviously I wasn't. But anyways. Alright, on the beets, the beans, I sped it up full fast motion. On the beets, I'm just going to do it in regular speed so you can see how quick you can plant a whole 75 foot of beets with this planter. Alright, so this would be 5 rows of carrots in the other half of the bed that the beets was just put in. So this bed here is going to be 3 rows of Jimmy Red corn. This corn I got from, it's a Haas Tools corn. I got it at the Homesteaders of America conference in October last year, 2021. See how it does. It's supposed to be some pretty good grain corn, so we want to grind it up and make cornmeal out of it. It's what my plans are with it. So it's going to be 3 rows of it. So, and I'll do this real time as well, so you can see how quick it goes. Depth on this is 1 inch deep. That's what the corn looks like. You can't really see it. Anyhow, it's 1 inch deep. Alrighty, so that's the end of this. There's 2 rows of beans, 3 rows of beets, and 5 rows of carrots in that row. This row here has Red Jimmy's grain corn. We're going to make cornmeal out of it when it's ready. And this row here I planted a while back. It's got 5 rows of carrots on this end and beets on that end. They're coming up. You can't hardly see them in the camera, but they are starting to poke through. So they're going to do all right. So I need to water these in. I'll probably water them in tomorrow evening, and then I'll cover them back up with some ground cover, just to keep them warm and the carrots moist. So that's going to finish this one off. So this garden spot right here up next to the house is done for the year until we start harvesting. And then once we start harvesting the garlic and whatnot here in late June, early July, then we'll start planting more stuff in there. The spinach in this row here, once we start harvesting it, which won't be long, we'll be harvesting that in a couple of weeks. It's looking really good. And we'll start replanting stuff once they get harvested. So it's going to finish this one up. So please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And until we meet again, take care and God bless.